Good morning. How are you? We are headed into the journal this week. We are not going to write a story with characters and chapters. It is December. And in the haunt, we have boys and girls from all over the world. So in the journal in section 2, we're going to section 2, we are going to write about your holiday traditions. What do you do to celebrate in the month of December? Okay, so for example, for me, this is what that would look like. Okay, I would say I am here in Jacksonville, Florida, in the United States, and we celebrate Christmas. And one of the first things that we do is put up our Christmas tree. Okay, so I would talk about putting up the Christmas tree, and I would describe it in lots of great detail. I'm looking for detail writing because we're awesome at it. All of you are so good at adding awesome descriptive writing. So paragraph 1, I would really describe it up. I would talk about the lights and the ornaments and the star on top of the tree and how we listen to Christmas music while we set it up and all of those wonderful things. Now paragraph 2 and 3, here's the strategy that I'm looking for this week. I'm looking for an anecdote. I'm going to say that word again, anecdote. And an anecdote is a little story within a story. Okay, and it's a personal memory. It's a little memory. And this is a perfect way to introduce this topic. Okay, so I would pick a tradition that we have. I already talked about the tree, but my second one, I would talk about the hayride that we take every single year. That's a tradition that we have here in Florida, because you can see right behind me, it's sunny, it's hot. It does not even feel like winter here in Jacksonville, Florida. It does not. It's a hot day. So to make it feel a little wintry, a little Christmas-like, what we do is we take an annual hayride throughout my neighborhood. Okay, and so there's a horse and a wagon, and they put jingle bells on it and decorate it up with Christmas lights, and we ride around our neighborhood at nighttime, and it feels like we're in a one-horse open sleigh. It feels very wintry, and it's so much fun, and I love it. So here is where I would first of all describe it up. I would talk about the hayride using all of my 5 senses. What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? Okay, because let me tell you, the hay and those horses, they have a definite smell to them. So I would absolutely include that. And here is where I would put my anecdote, my little story within a story. I would put it right here. And I start out with the words, I remember. Okay, that's how we know that you're in an anecdote, because you're taking us on a fun holiday memory. So I would say, I remember one year, the hayride happened on my daughter's birthday. Everyone on the hayride sang happy birthday to her. She got extra treats and goodies, and the hayride took us on a 2-mile ride instead of a 1-mile ride. And then the horses dropped us off right here in front of our house. So that was about 3 or 4 sentences that talk about my memory. I remember. But I still have to close out my paragraph about the hayride. I need a concluding sentence. So I would conclude with something like this. I would say, even though it's the coronavirus, I am so happy that our neighborhood will still be having the hayride this year. Okay, so you see how I did that? I had my little memory, my little story within a story, my anecdote, and I put it right there in paragraph 2. Now, paragraph 3, I could either talk about the foods that we eat, because we do a lot of baking, and we eat a lot of yummy foods. Those are traditions that we have. Or I could talk about the people and places that I go and visit. Those would be traditions that I could talk about. So I'm looking for about 4 awesome paragraphs about really cool holiday traditions that you have in your part of the world. Okay? Use lots of awesome details in your writing and try out that anecdote, that little story within a story. Remember, it's 3 to 4 quick sentences, starting with the words, I remember. Okay, you're going into the journal, section 2. That's where I'm going to be looking for this assignment. You guys have a great day and a great week, and I'll be talking to you really soon, okay? Bye.